to the music, dangling to the beat, smiling distant strangers winking on my feet. Then I see the moonlight sparkling in your eyes. Oh, my body's frozen and my soul's on fire. Just follow me, baby, pulling at me with a foxy move. Gently come over. My body's a boat sailing through the blue. I keep moving, can hear the way our hearts are singing through music. We get closer as the bass keep pushing. Our lips are nearing and our pulse is cruising. You feel them too, the inner vibes. Our keys are locked and our hearts go wild. Down the dark, just feel my pulse. I lost the trace of my moonshine.
These headphones at work?
Yeah, everything should be. We should be good.
Testing.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Dude, what? This is episode 6?
Episode 6.
Wow,
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Happy to be a part
That
of
was
it.
Yeah,
that was a process, actually.
That was a process.
All right. And
Situated here.
All right, so guess what, guys? We're in a Tesla.
we're in a Tesla.
We're in a Tesla. We're doing a podcast.
We should be in the Tesla truck, though.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't like the look of it. You guys already know that. It looks like
I think it's
something off
beautiful.
of Halo. Feel like literally like you
That means
could
it's nostalgic.
put a turret gun on the back of it, and you'd be hardcore Halo. Just saying.
Are we gonna do an intro?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Creative Mind Podcast. I am your host, one of your many hosts, Jonah Coleman, and we are with your other host too,
Gabe Martinez.
and Caleb Tinwalde.
Hey.
And our guest today is Levi Carr.
Hello, hello.
And
What's up?
speaking of cars, he has a really neat car. I'm gonna change the aperture on this really quick.
Yeah,
so
same
sorry
here.
about that.
Same here. Yeah, this is a Tesla. What kind of? Tell us
Whoa.
what model this is.
Model 3, it's the performance long range
Ooh.
with full self-driving. so
Yes.
I'm
Whoa.
not really
Yeah.
touching the pedals or doing anything right now. It just came up to a stop behind that car and it'll
Oh, that's
take
sick.
off when that car
Heck
starts
yeah.
moving again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so we thought it would be a neat idea to do a podcast inside of a Tesla because we haven't seen that done before.
Yeah, nobody else is doing this right now.
Yeah.
We're kind of pioneering
Yep.
this episode for sure.
So
takes off. Surprise.
yeah. So Levi, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. I'm from Bryan, Ohio, a local here. I went
Shout out to Brian.
Whoop whoop. And got the courthouse looking pretty up there with all of its Christmas decorations.
Right.
Hey.
Went to Ohio State for 3 years. I was majoring in wildlife. By like the end of my second year, I was pretty undecided for a while.
Yeah.
And then dropped out to try to start some of my own things, and have
Yeah.
been trying to make up my mind on what of those things I actually want to start here for a while now.
You just weren't having college life? What's going on?
I
with that?
like college life. I even really like my major, to be quite honest with you. It just
What's your take on college in general?
I think it's a great experience for people to like participate in. I think
Definitely.
you can learn a lot from college, but
Yeah.
not the classes aren't really actually like what's valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
what is valuable?
I'd say more so like the connections that you can make.
Definitely.
The networking.
I
Right.
agree with
Yeah,
that one.
for sure.
I feel though like mainstream, like going to college, people are like, "Oh, we're gonna go to college to just have a good time." Like that's what you know what I mean. Like everybody wants that
yeah.
typical college experience, but they're not actually dedicated to the real like learning aspect of what college is actually about. You
Yeah,
know?
and some people are. Some people really take it seriously
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Definitely.
spend more time on classes than I could even like think of.
You got any college debt?
A little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
like 3.5-ish grand.
That
I
ain't
think
too.
so.
Oh,
that
that's
ain't too
nothing.
bad. Yeah, that's nothing compared to
the
what
car.
some people. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
To the car.
Yeah, true that. So what drove you to get a Tesla? What was the ideology behind that?
Could not stand driving gas vehicles anymore.
True that.
I
Word.
had all but stopped going anywhere in Columbus. I only biked places, and like I had to get an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Now this is full electric, right?
Yep.
So how does the charging station kind of like work? How does all that work?
Yeah.
It'll stop beeping at us if we put our seatbelts on.
Oh.
All of us?
Oh man.
I mean,
Probably
we're on
only
a
Jonah,
podcast. We should
but-
probably
We should be
better
safe.
Influences.
Oh, okay.
Buckle up.
Click it or ticket.
Click
kids.
it or take
Oh,
it.
snap. What was the question?
How's the electric? Like the gas?
Yeah, the charging. Like,
Yeah,
so
the
how does
charging
that all
work.
work?
So the nearest charger to here is in Angola, and we can see the entire map of like.
Whoa.
That's
For
great.
everyone that
That's
can't
insane.
see,
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna go
nuts.
mobile right now and record the screen just so everyone can see this, and then I'll
Yeah.
send it to you,
I'm
Caleb.
on it.
It's a
I'm
good
on it.
move.
I'm on it.
Zoom in on that.
I'm on it.
You already recording? Oh, you're gonna do vertical? Not gonna do horizontal?
Hi.
There you go.
What's up? What's up?
What up? Yeah, whip it out. Yeah, whip your phone out and might as well. Get
Usually
some-
on the way from Columbus, I'll stop at Lima and charge up quick. You
How
can
long
charge
does that
at
take?
home. 30 to 40 minutes, depending on like how much charge I need. I really never have to charge more than 40 minutes at a supercharger.
Gotcha.
Wow.
That's great. You ever been like scared you're gonna run out of a charge? Like, has it? You ever came close?
Actually, like the very first trip that I took in this with my buddy Corbin was pretty just out of the blue in the middle of the night. We're like, let's go to Hocking Hills. Like,
There
let's
you
take
go.
this
Let's do
somewhere.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't charge it up before we went. We just took off, and we were about there, like only 4 or 5 miles left to go. And I was like, dude, like I think we have to turn around. Like
Right.
I'm nervous.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Came back and had like 0% left on this when I
Yeah.
pulled up to the supercharger.
Yeah, yeah.
I was rolling,
0%.
Yeah.
yeah, rolling at like
That-
20 miles per hour.
So
down.
what happens when you get to zero? Like,
Yeah, what-
I mean, you're at zero,
Does-
obviously, but
Do
you're
they
still
have like
going.
a Tesla vehicle that comes and like recharges you? Like it'd be like roadside assistance. Like
Yeah, they actually
Oh wow.
do. You can call in, and they've got little sprinter vans that can come
Yeah.
and juice you up if you need, or they can just bring you out like a loaner vehicle and
Gotcha.
get something figured out. I don't know how
Now
consistent that is across the
like
United States.
fuel up
but-
stations becoming more available, readily available? Like, are they starting to pop up in our area? Because we're in like rural northwest
Yeah,
Ohio.
look at that map.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. But
Wow.
for someone that lives in a smaller community,
Right.
it's kind of harder to get to a charging station. It
Right.
looks like.
How
Yeah.
long does the charge take, like, to be completely full?
Completely full.
Yeah.
I just last night for the first time tried to charge it up to 100% while I was in Lima, and the last like 5% took like 15 minutes on its own.
Oh wow.
So the last 10% is what takes a while. I
That,
only
that
usually
actually
take it up
ain't
to
too
90.
bad though, honestly. Like you could get a charge pretty quick.
Yeah,
Sounds
Yeah.
like.
that doesn't seem bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really not too bad.
No.
Levi took me and a ride in it a while ago. How long ago was that? Like a month ago, a month and a
Yeah.
half ago, or something like that. And that's when I messaged you guys like, dude, we
Hey,
should.
let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
should
this.
But no, we went for like probably like an hour drive, and like the battery didn't really drain at all. Sorry about the camera. Also, I'm having technical difficulties up here.
I see that.
I thought I should mention it to the viewers. Sorry.
That'll be all right.
So you dropped out of college, and what were these like endeavors that you wanted to start up, and you keep changing your mind?
Anything environmentally related, primarily. I really want the future to be as best as possible for like everyone possible.
For sure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I don't think a lot of the world is headed in quite the right direction yet. So
Yeah.
anything that we can do to spur it on and get things
Hell yeah.
rolling in the correct
Definitely.
way.
For sure.
It's
Elon,
definitely moving in that direction though.
Yeah,
I agree.
Elon is doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only with just Tesla, but like other
No.
things too, like his tunnels. And
Yeah. The dude's
And,
a genius, I mean,
yeah.
honestly. And he really has a great outlook, like, as far as a direction that he wants to shoot for. And I like the fact that even if people don't like what he's coming out with, whatever, he don't care. He
Yeah.
just goes and he gets it.
I agree.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
For
We as
sure.
humans do a pretty good job of screwing things up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about your website and what that's kind of based off of.
The website Reppin with 3 R's is all about reducing, reusing, and recycling.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I checked it out. I didn't know why you had 3 R's. I was just like, all right, maybe he needed the URL or something.
Staying green.
Yeah.
It
I got
actually
it.
shows up really nice if anybody ever like searches it. Then it's pretty much the only results on like the whole first page.
Oh, nice SEO there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's
Heck yeah.
just not a very memorable name. It's tough to like get.
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
as a business, it's like when you think about a name, it's kind of important that it's something that's
A little bit.
Something that
that's
will stick.
unique.
There's something
Yeah.
that will stick and something that's catchy and
Yep.
also something that's not really
Used already, yeah.
Yeah, used yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Hell yeah. So what got you into the whole environmental, like, what really caught your attention with that and why you wanted to head in that direction?
I've been very pro environment my whole life. I don't know, when I was growing up, I'd say I probably cared about animals more than people.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For sure.
Right.
And so when I got to college, I ran a painting business when
Okay.
I was a freshman
Yeah.
at OSU.
Right.
And it really got me feeling like I can do things
Yeah.
on my own.
Right.
And like actually make an impact in some sort of a way.
Definitely.
Man,
That's
I
what we
have
need
to give it a shot.
We need so much more of that
For
too.
sure.
Honestly,
We
there's not
definitely do.
enough like younger, I guess, generation kids like coming up that are thinking like that in that, I guess, our society nowadays.
Yeah.
For
I've
sure.
really, really about it. And I've got 2 other people that are really, really about it too. So I think the odds of success are going up
A little bit
slowly.
higher, yeah, there you go.
Who
Yeah.
are the other people that you got?
My cousin, I'd
Yep.
say he's more of a humanitarian. Just like there's still kids
Zeph?
starving in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
What's
wants
his
to-
name?
Zephaniah Trent.
And then the other one is
Adam.
Okay.
Adam Doherty. He's of the opinion that like everyone should be able to live like a millionaire, and
Yes.
right now that really just is
No.
unfeasible.
right.
but
You got a very unbalanced system.
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah.
Tons of things are being charged at like 500% though of
Yeah.
like actual
Yeah, for sure.
earnings.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
bottle of water.
Oh yeah. Completely.
Usually even a
And
sandwich.
little things like that, you
That's
know,
crazy.
just bottled water in general, that's something that we take in for granted. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's a big worry is, you know, the consumption that of water that we use as a planet. You know, we are just blowing through the water source and we're polluting the water and we're not doing anything to actually help preserve our environment in general.
Right.
In a few spots we are.
Yeah, in a few spots for sure. I know we was talking about it earlier, but movie on Netflix is a docu-series or a document, Cowspiracy.
I haven't seen that yet.
If you guys have not watched that, you should definitely go check it out. It's definitely some eye-opening things as far as like the effects of our agriculture, which a lot of people are probably going to hate on this in general, but the agriculture, you know, the cows and the production of meat and stuff, it's alarming, and it's really starting to take a toll on our environment in general.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I think the super farms for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much the small farmers, but the
Definitely.
super farms for sure.
Definitely, you know, and it's like I know people who specifically just like eat meat. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
but-
all they eat. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't eat any veggies. You know what I mean? Like
That is a little
keto.
messed up.
yeah. And I was reading some stuff, and they say that it's like 13,000 liters of water are used for like a kilogram of beef. Like, yeah,
Jeez.
which is, I mean, you look at the amount of water we use for the feed that we feed these animals, the water in general, like on average, a cow's drinking like 30-40 gallons of water a day.
No
I mean,
way.
But if you go on
That-
if you
are
go
you
on,
for real?
Yeah, for real.
That's a lot of water.
If you go on to the EPA like type websites or like environmental, like what they tell you on their website is, oh, just, you know, let's conserve water by fixing leaky faucets. Let's conserve water
that
by
sounds like a
by-
joke.
you know what I mean? Yeah, stuff like that. Like legitimately, if you go on these websites, that's the stuff that they try and tell you. Like, oh, we'll save electricity or by
Trying to
turning
blame
off.
it on us.
Yeah, blame it on us. But in all reality, it's like big business,
Yeah.
big pharma. You know, the food in general is what's actually starting to kill our environment.
Realistically, people aren't going to stop eating beef.
No,
But I
no.
think that we can do a better job in
Yeah.
Raising
Right.
cattle
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and
See,
get
I
rid of
don't-
these
I don't
super
believe
farms.
that. In one of my environmental policy classes, they asked how many people in that class had stopped eating red meat for like the sake of the environment, and almost 40% of people in that class raised their hand.
Yeah,
Like,
you're also
all
in a
people have
college
to do is be
environment, though.
informed.
Like,
True.
if you go to a
That's very
factory
true.
environment compared to a college environment, it's going to be different. Everyone's
Very,
going to
very
be eating
different.
Right.
beef.
Of
So,
course.
like,
I think
you're
I-
kind of in a biased area just because college kids are a little bit more...
And I
more
was in
open,
an
I
environmental
would say.
policy class.
Yeah.
So you-
I feel it's really being
aware.
aware, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people just aren't being aware of the situation, you know? Maybe if you're, say, you know, you want to help out, maybe let's slow down on eating the beef, or let's slow down on doing some of the things we take for granted, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
drinking milk in general. Like, I don't know if do you guys hear about that, the Fairlife conspiracy thing that's been going on? I guess it wasn't a
I
conspiracy.
think I heard something about that.
It was the largest animal abuse bust, and it was like a 10-year thing underneath the Fairlife, which Coca-Cola, I might be wrong about this, I think Coca-Cola is the one that owns Fairlife milk. Have you guys ever drank that at the store out of the gas
No.
station? It's
I don't think so.
No? Oh my
Probably,
gosh.
No.
Well,
but I don't know.
I don't really like milk.
They are getting hassled for this animal cruelty. Like, look up the article and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff on it. It was like
Really?
a 10-year undercover operation, and it's just was the worst like animal abuse that they've ever seen. And this is just like
Dang.
a couple years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's things behind the the radar that we as normal people, we don't see that type of stuff.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's really kind of just being aware and taking note and seeing what we can do.
Yeah,
for sure. And like even what you just said, cowspiracy, that changed my life basically
Oh,
overnight.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had no idea how bad meat was for the environment, cows
Yeah.
specifically, and I
Yep.
basically became a vegan
Overnight?
Yeah, I didn't quite because I watched it right before I went home for Christmas break, and I couldn't just not eat all of the food that my
Right.
family
Yeah,
had
yeah.
prepared
Right.
for
Yeah.
like Christmas and New Year's. But after New Year's, it's like, all right, no more, done
Right.
with it.
Right. Yeah, and I was telling you earlier, it's been about a year or so now, maybe 2 years, but I went vegan myself. And I did it just out of the blue. It was just cold turkey one day. I just wanted to see what was happening, and I had people that was criticizing me for it, but the ideology behind it is you're never going to know the other side until you extract yourself
Yep.
from where you're
I
at. So
agree.
how can I talk shit about being a vegan or how it feels to be vegan? You know what I mean? And how my body is reacting with it unless I actually do it. So it was something that I just wanted to do as the sole purpose to see what would happen and what effects I get out of it. Which it is a lot harder. It's not so hard doing it, but just fitting it into the lifestyle that you have. For me, I work construction, so being vegan and being road construction, doing that type of stuff, that's super hard. I mean, it's just,
Those don't mix.
no, it didn't. So it was taking a toll on me and my eating habits. So I decided to start eating meat slowly, but again, and going back to eating meat, but. Now I have this, this eye-opening thing, and it's like now my woman and I and my kids, we don't eat beef and stuff like that on a daily basis. We're more inclined to let's try and figure out some other healthy options rather than doing that.
Right.
And it's all about extracting yourself from that.
Yeah, I can't say that I have the willpower to do that. I need to watch this documentary though for sure.
Dude,
I'm just
definitely
saying,
check
like,
it out.
it's so hard for me to be on like a consistent like healthy diet
Yeah.
when I'm on the go all the time.
Definitely.
And I know that there's different services that you can get mailed to you, like meal prep
Yeah.
meals or whatever.
Right.
I haven't
they
really
cost
looked into
money, man.
those. Yeah, they do
definitely.
cost
They're
money.
not
I've heard.
cheap. They're not cheap. And what kind of sucks around here in our rural areas, we don't really have any good healthy options. Like if you go into like a big city like Chicago or something, I mean, you're surrounded by healthy
Yeah.
eating. You know what I mean?
There's
Like-
actually a place in Napoleon.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a vegan only.
Yep.
Is
There's
Yes.
a couple spots that are
Check it
starting to
out.
pop out that are pretty sweet.
Vegan vegetarian. I
Yeah.
don't remember the name, so I can't shout you out, but
We know about you.
Yeah, I know about you.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, going
I
on.
remember.
What?
It's called Seasons Eatings. Check it out.
Hey.
In Napoleon?
Yep.
Okay, shout out to them.
Shout out to
I'm gonna
them.
have to check them out sometime.
Yeah,
Definitely.
apparently they're really good.
All right, so going on to the subject that we were talking about earlier before we did the intro, the Cybertruck,
Oh,
Elon
wow.
Cybertruck.
Oh man.
Don't throw any ball bearings at the windows.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's some funny shit.
I personally think that not necessarily on purpose, but I think that there is some conspiracy behind that. I think they did
Like
it
a
for
publicity stunt?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think they did
Yeah.
it for.
I could see that. My reaction to Elon's reaction was he was just like, well, shit, basically. Like, he's like, well.
I haven't seen the video, but I agree with Jonah.
Dude.
Yeah, if you think about it, everyone's talking about it now. Like, he was on, like, the main news. It was, like,
that
on the
is-
front page
That
of
is so
everything.
true. Personally, I don't like the truck how it looks. If they're advertising it as a daily
do.
driver, I know, but they're advertising it as a daily driver vehicle. Like, you're buying this to like take your family around and go to Menards and stuff, and it's just
I'm gonna rebuttal here. Do you buy a car for its looks or for its functionality?
it's half and half. It's literally half and half.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I would. Right.
I mean,
I
think it's
would
very
buy a
functional.
car for its looks.
It-
You know what I
the
mean?
number one
I'm not
thing
gonna
people-
lie.
I mean, there's certain cars, yes,
but
Yes.
also, I think that truck looks sick.
See,
like,
that's
that's straight
I
out
like
of the
it-
future. It's like
I
Back
like
to
it from the
Future type.
standpoint where it's like a DeLorean type look. You know what I mean? Like
I love
I
it.
dig it, but I just can't get on board where it's like, hey, let's just buy this. It's 2020. You know, or we're 2019, about to be 2020. But it's like that's like so 20 years from now. Like, we're not there yet.
I
Like,
think we're there.
yeah.
I think
Well,
we're
that's
there.
why it's called
Someone
the
has to take the
Cybertruck.
We
step.
got so much
Someone had to take the
potential, and
step.
there's so many beautiful cars, and we make this like silver looking, like straight lines, no curve to it. It's just
All right,
Mad
listen,
Max
It's
hard.
listen.
like the DeLorean, though.
Yeah,
you
that's
want
it.
the DeLorean
It
and
is.
the
Do you want-
DeLorean
It is, but they
sick.
don't make remakes of the DeLorean. Like, that's like a gone
Why not?
thing.
I know
No,
you
I
want
know
I
it
mean,
totally
that
does.
would be sweet. Like, they should bring back that. You know what I mean? Like, that would be.
I looked them
cool.
up online. You can buy them for like $50,000.
Yeah.
They're probably terrible
What's
on the
the
environment.
What's the
though.
truck going? The Cybertruck? What's that listed? It's like
39.9.
yeah, it was
starting
like-
at
yeah,
39.9.
yeah.
But even the Model 3, this car is
The-
starting at something like
the thing
real
that
low,
I
35,
can get on
34.
board, the thing that I can get on board with it is like end of the world type like truck. They have so many upgrades. There's an upgrade so you can get to 60 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in like 2.9 seconds. Like, there's an upgrade for
What's
that.
this
You
one
got
do?
The newest upgrade should have it down to, if we put it in track mode, 2.8.
Oh wow.
We
Oh.
should try that.
Can we
Yeah.
try that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carry on, Caleb, though. Sorry. I got excited.
But they like, if you're looking at it as I'm like an end day prepper, like, and I have guns and stuff, like, you're definitely buying this truck. Like, this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
end world time.
I don't
prepper.
think you
Apocalypse
would
car.
though.
Perfect
No, I
truck.
don't think it is. But
What do you mean?
if we
It's
lost
got
all
bulletproof-
electricity and we had an EMP happen, that
True.
truck would not start.
True, that is
Yep,
true.
I guess,
Yeah, I didn't
I
think
think
If we
about that.
lost all
Any cars-
electricity, who's going to be transporting gas? Gas stations are going to go out
I'm
before
just saying-
electricity does.
I'm
At
just
least
saying-
you can use solar.
we invest in horses.
Right, hey, solar.
Horse and
If
buggies.
an EMP happened, none of these electric cars would work. You'd need a car
You just
pre
gotta have
1980s.
an EMP
You'd
proof
need-
box to put around
Oh yeah,
your motor.
that's how it works, man.
it is.
That's how it works.
I don't know, but
I'm just saying, EMP would ruin our lives.
true that. I'll give you that one. I bet
EMP will
Elon
ruin
ain't think of that
everybody's
shit.
lives. Oh, he definitely has. Dude, he's a prepper in every way,
Dude,
shape,
yeah,
or form.
definitely. Elon.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you sure?
He's just sitting there thinking of ideas how he can make this foolproof. That's awesome.
Maybe that's why the truck is the shape it is.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
Maybe more aerodynamic.
I
Bullets
think it's
ricochet
that
off
shape
it.
probably because of the steel that they're making it out of. It's
Yeah.
probably pretty hard to give that
Deform?
nice
True.
rounded
True.
edges and.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure he didn't want it to look like silly putty.
I don't know. Either way, they're for sure gonna sell some. I don't know how many, but they're for sure gonna
Got you.
sell a few of them. You got some guys out there that are waiting to mount a turret gun on the back of that thing. Like,
Oh
just
yeah, give
waiting.
it a couple weeks.
Yeah, give it a couple weeks. Yeah, exactly.
That
But
fast.
get
Yeah.
the price points at all the Teslas. Like, I mean, honestly, you can't go and buy a new Buick for this price. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
What's base model on this vehicle? What's base price?
35.
35. See, that is crazy. 35K and this thing drives itself.
Oh, well, that's an upgrade. That's
okay.
what is
Full
it?
self-driving's like an extra 7.
7,000.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep bumping it up as it gets better.
Yeah.
Right.
they
As
got to
they
charge a
should.
little more for
Yeah.
that.
Should, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
True that.
And nobody else is going to be able to do self-driving.
So you got to
for as
buy
many
it now.
as they
That way
will.
you can
Yeah.
upgrade.
I,
That we can just plug it into the Wi-Fi.
I got it when I did because it had free supercharging for 2 years. So like my
Oh.
entire trip to California and up to Colorado, all across the country was completely free.
That is insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is
been
crazy.
bouncing back and forth between Bryan and Columbus quite a bit lately, and that trip used to cost me like $35. It was basically a full tank, and now I can do it. All it's costing me is sleep. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
What do they say the average mileage is until like it's done? I mean, I don't
Nobody's
know.
been able to drive them long enough yet. People have had 2012 Model S's, like the very first, with the earliest battery tech and the earliest motors that they have over 500,000 miles on that are still just kicking.
Jeez.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
ridiculous. Now, say your motor goes out, how much is that to replace? Like,
No idea.
nobody knows.
Yeah,
It's the motor's the size of like a melon, isn't it?
It's big.
something
Yeah.
extreme. It's small.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
super
big.
small.
I thought when I was looking up the Cybertruck.
Oh,
Or no,
Well,
no,
this
no.
isn't the
no,
same.
I think they're. I think
Do you
there's-
have a trunk right in the front? You have a frunk,
Yep.
and then you have a trunk. So yeah, the motor has to be small.
Yeah, I think I heard that it was
It's
like the size of a
pretty
melon or
large.
something.
Yeah, I was just looking up the Model 3. I think it was the Model 3. They said it was the size of a melon. The motor, not like everything
Yeah,
else attached to
yeah.
it, but the motor.
All right.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Impressive.
That's why you're able to have a frunk,
Yeah.
A frunk. That's like some high-end European type shit, like
right? But I heard that like you can't open it unless you have like.
Oh yeah, you got to use it through.
You have to use
the-
your phone app or
Yeah,
like
it's-
in the on here.
Who
Or something.
does
You got to
that?
navigate
Yeah,
through it.
let's make note
There's
that
no button for
there's
it.
no buttons really in this vehicle. Like
It's very
it's
sleek.
all done
All of
through.
the settings are.
It's all done through the tablet.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
does that tablet's not like
That tablet's
removable,
huge.
right? You can't like remove that tablet or nothing.
Do you watch movies on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
What?
Dude, I heard you can
Yeah.
play. I got the video game at home. I don't know if you have it on here, but they have a car video game. It's like a, crap, something buggy. But
Yeah.
you can play like with the steering wheel.
Yep.
Wow.
Like
What?
use it as you can use it as to play the car game.
Only
Like-
when we're in park, but we'll
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
show you.
That's legit.
What?
Yo,
That is
back in the
crazy.
day when I was in high school, I had a screen, like a pull-out screen for my my CD player.
Did you hook up a
And,
Nintendo
yeah,
Wii?
No, but I totally
I know somebody
bypassed
did.
it so you could watch movies while you was driving because they had that same feature. You couldn't watch them. Yeah, it was totally. some
That's
elite
dangerous.
shit, Yeah.
Yeah.
just don't do that, kids.
Pulling
Unless
with
you
the
have a
church
Tesla.
crowd here.
Yeah, that's good. I'm down. I'm going to church.
We're going to church.
Going to church.
So are we gonna do the 0-60?
Yeah.
Let's do a
Right here in the
06.
parking lot because we don't need much room.
Let's not do that.
Should we reset the cameras?
Yeah.
Go to break.
Let's go to break.
Let's go to
and
break.
we'll be back.
Cool.
It's the first time I've skated in a long minute. It's been like since August. In the winter, this is when me and AJ would have to figure out a way to skate in the winter. So we'd skate in his garage. He had like a just perfect flat round bar, whatever. And we would clear it out and we'd run it diagonal because that was the longest thing you could do and just board slide it over and over and over and over. And then we'd come here and then we'd shovel off the mini ramp. And that's when they had the door. And they'd lock it.
I used to go to the ice rink and put up a tarp on that side of the thing where the heat thing is and start a fire there and you leave for like an hour and a half, come back and skate that. Me and Jamie used to do with the box. Bring a box with it, sit in there and skate there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, in wintertime.
It's so crazy. We used to do stuff like that. You remember?
Yeah.
Even you, me and you would go out in your mom's garage and we'd just like
We'd play skate for
flip
fucking
tricks
hours.
and do backflips. And you have all those videos?
on the ground.
That was badass looking, dude. Here, go, let's see Brandon's face. So you got punched in the face? Yeah, knocked him. Show us your mouth.
I don't know what I did.
Open it up.
I can't even feel it, dude.
No teeth missing, they're all there.
I can't feel my face, dude.
That's probably a good thing right now.
Oh wait, they're gonna play games.
Yeah.
Shit, we're gonna play a game right quick. Let me.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna turn this around.
Turn it around for
Okay, it's safe to say that we're back.
Beach buggy racing? What the? Look at this. Oh, yeah.
Let's
Oh!
do it real quick.
Who's rubbing on their mic?
That's probably me. Sorry.
That is crazy.
Yeah, beach buggy racing. I have this for Xbox. My
No,
kids
you don't.
Yeah, I do.
That's
My kids
crazy.
play it all the time.
Well, now we're going to play it in the Tesla.
Yeah, this is wild. I cannot believe this shit.
I've never done 2 players.
What? There's 2
You gotta
players. How
have
do you play 2
steering-
players?
You gotta have 2 steering wheels for that shit.
I think that I don't know. Just start it real quick. You don't need to do too much with the video game. We're low on time.
Wow, this is like blowing my mind right now.
I know.
I don't
It's
even
got
know.
Netflix and YouTube. and
Yeah.
Hulu.
This is crazy.
Now, do you have to pay for the Wi-Fi too?
Nope, it's LTE. It's got its own.
Wow. This is wild.
Does he have his own
That's
satellite
crazy.
up there?
Will soon with Starlink. Starlink is going to be able to
Awesome.
provide internet to the whole entire world.
I wasn't recording that whole time.
I wanted to see the gameplay, but that's all right.
Here we go.
It's all right.
That's all right.
It's
I'm
all
not
right,
I'm not
it's all right.
complaining.
He's complaining a little bit.
Just a little bit, but I just wanted to see the steering wheel steer while he was playing the game.
Ugh, that's so hardcore. I can't even dude. I would live in this thing, legitimately.
This is
live
like a
in it.
dream come true.
Yeah,
Have
dude,
been.
dude.
All right, when we go 0 to 60, I'm gonna have to hold this camera just so it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
fly off the window.
For sure.
Oh,
Oh, we're
God.
doing it on this road.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
There's no one
there's a car
behind
right
us.
there. I
Yeah,
figured we go to.
We'll get
Oh,
past that.
I was bracing myself.
Maybe
I
we
was
should
getting
turn
ready.
here and do it on that road.
Yeah, let's do it
Wait,
on.
there's a.
Do it on here, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Turn the
There's a car right there
camera
too.
so we
though.
can see the.
Oh yeah, here I'm gonna turn the camera around again.
All right.
Wait, what are we getting?
0 to 60.
Oh, I can just record it on my phone so you guys get your reactions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bet.
It's gonna be hard to record on my phone while
Oh,
it's
no.
throwing
Phone
me
might
back
out
in
of
the
your
seat.
hand.
that.
We'll see.
where's it at? Right here.
So you're gonna
Wow.
record that and make sure
There
that
we
that
go.
camera doesn't fall or anything.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put my microphone
Okay.
down. I'm gonna.
All right.
We're
I
ready.
can give a
All right.
countdown.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared right now.
Everybody
not.
ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm not
Three,
leaning back, but
2, 1.
oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, it
All right,
flies.
That is G-force. Holy
Took my headphones off.
Oh my god.
It's like being in a
that
roller
was
coaster.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is a roller coaster.
Ugh.
I was not
I did not
expecting that. That is wild. Oh my god. That throws you back in your seat.
Oh.
And
Fast. Fast.
Even going like 50, I'm gonna punch it again real quick. So like brace things if you need.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
going 50?
Brace myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
All right.
The-
Wait, what?
I just want to
Before the
hit
stop
it again
sign.
so you can feel
Hit it
the-
again.
Okay.
At 50 years.
Oh my!
Yeah, this
Oh.
thing
That is powerful.
Dude,
kicks
that is
ass.
I
You should be
wasn't
racing
even
for
thinking
pinks.
that. Yeah, you could be taking people's names and vehicles.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Well, I got a good promo
Knock
video
my
out of this.
socks
Wow.
off.
That is crazy.
I'm sweating, bro.
I heard, yeah. I heard you had to like be in one of these to like actually know what people are talking about. I was not expecting that was gonna like shoot me back in my seat like
Now
I feel
I
like
know.
that was more powerful than the last time that you showed me.
It 5% boost.
Wow, you can really
Wow.
tell that 5% too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I
like when you
actually
showed
saw-
it to me, it was super impressive. But I was like, but this one, like, I was kind of like holding on to my seat. Like,
Oh my
I've actually
God,
watched
it's crazy.
a race car video, like some street racing stuff, and this
against
Tesla was
Lamborghinis and stuff.
this Tesla was blowing everybody
Yeah.
out of the water.
Yeah,
and
dude,
these-
they have what's that? They got that show on Netflix. It's like fastest car or something, and they race. It's like 4 or 5 cars total, and they all race to see who's the fastest out of all of them. So you have basic cars that people build, and then you have like expensive cars like Ferraris and
pre-built.
stuff. Yeah, pre-built like stuff,
Sure.
Lamborghinis, right? But they had a Tesla on there, and he was like kicking ass, dude. Like, yeah.
I believe it now.
Dude,
that
yeah.
was
Let's go to a smoother road.
That's awesome.
go smoother
what?
road.
Yeah.
Okay.
We bouncing.
Bouncing a little bit.
Bouncing.
Man, I honestly did not
that was
expect
awesome. I cannot get
and-
over that. That's just crazy.
My favorite feature is the self-driving, like not
Oh, yeah.
being able
For
to look
sure.
at you
Yeah.
guys, not have to
Yeah, exactly.
worry about anything.
that.
Even
That
on
doesn't freak
roads
you
like
out a little
this.
bit?
I've gone like over 13,000 miles now. Yeah, and the vast majority of those miles have been on autopilot.
Yeah.
So I trust
Yeah.
it pretty
Now,
well at this
is
point.
it- is
I
it-
kind
Oh
of know
my-
where it's limited and where it's gonna do fine. And
It is 1 foot pedal, right? Like there's no 2 pedals, right?
Yeah, you can still totally brake if you need to.
Yeah.
How'd you
but
brake?
with the brake pedal.
Oh, I
there
thought-
is
wait.
so there is a brake pedal.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Oh,
It
okay.
brakes
the,
itself,
The
though.
video I was
Yep.
watching last night, or maybe they were talking about one of the other models, or maybe that was the Cybertruck.
No, it's one pedal driving. Like I rarely use the brake.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
don't think
So
I've
there-
used the brake since we've been
Okay, I
driving yet.
understand.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
Gosh.
Like I'll take it off autopilot, and that green bar right there is the regen. So I'm not touching the brakes. It's just slowing itself down and shoving
Ah.
energy back into the battery.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Gotcha.
And then the black is showing you how much throttle we're
It's
using.
like a freaking forklift. Know what I
I-
mean?
I
That's
guess.
That's how forklifts are. You never drove a
I
forklift?
used to drive a forklift all the time, but
How is it like a forklift?
I
Dude,
don't
you
know.
never drove an electric forklift like
Yeah,
that? That's
but-
like that, where they slow down automatically?
Mm-mm.
Oh, ours didn't do that.
What?
No.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all are
that, I was
crazy.
The new
confused.
ones
Like,
did.
how is this like a forklift?
The what?
The new ones that we had did.
Oh, yeah.
But nah,
True that.
Like,
True that.
true that.
No brakes, and it stops
go this
itself
way.
so cleanly.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even
such a
get
smooth-
whipped
Yeah.
or anything.
Nah.
No. Now, does this thing have, like, airbags built in all over the place?
Yes, it is the safest car in existence.
That's crazy.
In existence, ever.
Yes, ever. It's got little airbags down here in front of your knees, so like if you do get in an accident, you're not gonna be
Blow your knees
sliding
out?
around. Well, a lot of
Alright.
the I don't actually know well enough to say this with confidence, but when you move around when you're crashing, that's where like more chances of injury come up. So
Right,
yeah.
having that stop, and then this entire panel is an airbag as well.
It's the dual, like, sunroof or whatever. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
does
that
this
is-
does this
oh,
open
that-
up
that's just
type
the
thing?
whole back, like
Full glass roof? No, it doesn't
No?
open up,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
it makes driving through cities really cool.
Yeah.
What is it, the Model S doesn't have these things at all? It's just one solid
Oh,
windshield.
yeah.
I think it's
Right.
Model S.
Right. Hell yeah.
wow.
Yeah, buddy. Oh shit. Sorry, I was pulling on the cord. Oh,
I don't know.
Wow, this is quiet.
it's quiet. Talk
Kind
a
of
little bit.
bumpy road.
Hey,
Yeah, I should have turned back into town probably.
that's all right.
I was
That's
gonna
all
look
right.
for the airbags and show you guys, but
I
it's not
really
that
want one of
important.
these.
I do
Like,
too.
I super want one of these. This is gonna be like what I'm gonna work my ass off for the next in
20 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10, 15 years from now, when I'm able to buy one, like they'll be even better than this.
Yeah.
I told my
Yeah.
girlfriend before. I
10 or
even wrote in
15
this.
years, you won't need to buy one. The fleet will just come pick you up wherever you need.
There you go.
That'd be wild. That'd be so crazy.
And
We'll see how far those things advance. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You'd still want one though, even
Northwest
if, like,
Ohio.
you'd want one because it could make you money while you're not using it.
right?
what?
Racing for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
Just strip the insides, make it a little lighter. There you
That
go.
one dude took a Model S and he stripped like all of the insides out, put in an aluminum racing seat, and he can get it 0 to or do a quarter mile in like under 7 seconds now.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. That is
crazy.
Just get in a 7-second car. That's
Yeah.
fast.
That is pretty fast.
Yeah, that's fast and the furious
An
status.
electric car. Screw them gas engines.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. This is very
With solar panels on top. There
Ooh,
you go.
yeah. Can you do
Self-sustaining.
they have like anything you can do like that? Like an attachment, I guess you'd call it, where you could like mount some solar panels on this car and just keep driving?
Not on this car. On the
Gotcha.
truck, there should be, like the bed cover is probably gonna have photovoltaics. Give you an extra like 20 miles per day, maybe if you're sitting in the sun. The main reason they don't is because it's heavy and like the
Gotcha.
weight of solar panels.
Yeah.
reduces the efficiency, and it's just tough to get it if
Well,
you've
they
already
need to
got a
make
glass
solar
roof.
panels better.
I imagine Tesla solar panels are like the
They're
creme de la
paper thin.
creme. They're like the best solar panels you could possibly buy. You don't want none of that knockoff stuff, you know.
No.
I think the main innovation that they've been doing is like the solar glass, the
Yeah.
glass
Even better.
roofing.
Yeah, true that.
Even better. You don't need panels. We just need glass.
Yeah. How often do you have to change the windows in your house?
Very true.
I don't know.
Very
It depends
true.
on the house.
Yeah, did you see that bulletproof glass that Elon just showcased?
Yeah, that stuff is sweet.
Transparent metal.
It didn't go through.
Exactly.
No, it did not go through. All right, just smashed the hell out of it.
As a absolute Tesla fanboy, I do want to say they had thrown it at it like multiple times before.
Yeah, I
I
heard
did.
that.
I did see some of those videos where they were doing some of the other tests on it.
So I think they had some like micro fractures in there that probably
Yeah.
caused it to break during the actual test. And then
Definitely.
I don't think that the back window was made out of the same kind of glass, so they got doubly screwed when they threw it that one. It's a prototype
he was
model.
Like, he was
and-
like, "Oh, go ahead and throw it at the back one," and then he
Yeah.
was like, that one too. Damn it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, no, the guy was like, should I throw it at the back one? He's like, okay. And then come to find out.
Nah.
No,
That's not how it
Nah.
works.
No, steel ball, 2. Window, 0.
Poor Elon.
Yeah, poor Elon.
No, never
Not
mind. He
really.
wanted this to happen. That was
Yeah.
good. Like, he's in the news.
Which that
That threw him off
completely
really hard. I think that they were gonna bring like a blowtorch out, probably the Boring Company flamethrower. I think they were gonna really tackle like the built Ford tough slogan.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were just going to slaughter, and then he got threw off real hard by
Dang.
Built
having to
Tesla
stand
tough.
there. And
That would have been dope if they
Tesla
would have
top, and
done
it's
it.
just
I
like
would just like
falling
cut through
apart.
it.
Yes.
Now we need
Exactly.
Elon on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shout
Elon-
out,
If
shout
you
out
ever
to
see
Elon.
this,
Yeah.
please contact us.
Yeah.
At
That's what I'm
Creative
saying.
Mind,
Creative Minds Pod
at gmail.com.
Hey.
There we go. Synchronized.
That was cute.
Real quick, before we kind of like start coming to an end, Levi, tell us a little bit about your journey to go find Mike Posner.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It was really, really spur of the moment. I had a friend that just sent me a Snapchat of Mike Posner being in Goodale Park in Columbus, and it's like, wait, what? Like,
When?
who is this guy?
When did they send you that?
When he was going through Columbus, I don't know.
Oh,
right before we
okay,
took off
okay.
trying to find him.
He's still walking, correct?
No,
No, he's all
did
done.
Did he
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
up?
No,
Yeah,
he finished.
made it.
He got. Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, made it
He,
to the
he
ocean.
got-
Mike Posner does not give up.
No, he got bit by a rattlesnake. Yeah,
and he
Yeah.
still
and
did
he
not
kept
give up.
walking. Like that's my man right there.
Yeah, that is insane.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, for
Shout
real.
out to Mike.
Can continue on your stories, sir.
Have him email us too.
At
So-
creativemindspod at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We're like, snap, we have a chance to talk to somebody that's like actually wealthy, and I don't know, I'm trying to put myself in as many positions where I can get lucky as possible.
True that.
It's like,
That's
if
a good way to do it.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to hack the whole world, you know, and like
Word.
you can't do that if you don't push and prod a little bit. So
Right.
we're just packed up our bags. We thought it out pretty well, listened to his entire last album so we'd have things to talk about with him, and then got in the van and we're like, all right, we're basically
he
just
at?
staying here until we find this guy. And it took like 4 days. We're
Oh,
just sleeping in
man.
the car overnight, like going city to city, trying to like setting up stakeouts.
Yeah.
And oh, well, he had been posting the city that he was in like a couple days before, so that's why we hadn't been able to find him on the road.
Oh.
Right.
Like, man, this dude's walking and we're
He's
in our
trying
car.
not to
Like,
get
Yeah.
caught.
Yeah.
Once we found him, we walked with him for like 2.5 days, 44 miles. He was doing
What?
about 20 miles a day. The
awesome,
first
dude.
like 8 miles were walking meditation, so we didn't actually get to talk to him quite as much as what we thought we might, but it was a really, really cool experience. That was a big part of
For sure.
why I wanted the Tesla when I did, because I wanted to be able to get out there and walk with him again before he finished.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could have used that to be able to get in with like any other singers, anybody,
Definitely.
knowing
I would
millionaires
keep
is not a
tabs on
bad
Shia
thing.
LaBeouf. I know Shia LaBeouf did something similar a couple years back, but he was posting his coordinates on Twitter and having people pick him up, and he was hitchhiking across America or something like that.
That's sweet.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube and you look up, I don't know what the hashtag is, hashtag take me anywhere or something like that. Yeah, there's a bunch of videos of people just like picking up Shia LaBeouf and
That's crazy.
just driving
That is
around with them, having
crazy.
conversations with them.
So here's an idea. Why don't we be the traveling podcast and we'll walk our way across America, documenting our journey?
There we go. I'm down.
All
Let's
right,
quit our
I'll
job.
I'll quit my job.
Yeah.
Let's quit our jobs. We
Wow.
don't need money.
No.
It's
No.
just
It's a fallacy.
We have a Tesla. We'll just
money
drive
is
around
just
with
an
a Tesla.
idea.
Money's
Money
a
doesn't
construct.
exist.
It doesn't. Nothing matters
doesn't.
and money doesn't exist.
True that.
If
Word.
you're ever
I-
having a bad day, just tell
Our
yourself
money isn't
that.
backed
Be
by
like,
gold.
"Alright."
Right.
All right, everything's fixed.
I
All my
like
problems
that-
are gone.
I like that though the fact that you're just like, screw it, we're gonna go do this and let's just put our
Yeah.
minds to it.
That's the kind of attitude that makes great people. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Makes people
Exactly.
great. Sorry.
I agree with that 100%. You can't just sit at home. You can't do nothing. If you have a vision, if you want to do something, go out and get it. And even if it don't lead to somewhere else, at least you can say that you went and did that. And who knows, because maybe that could come back and benefit you in the future, making connections, you know.
Absolutely.
Putting yourself out there is what it's all about, and you're never going to know unless you try.
For sure.
For sure, for sure.
I agree with that.
Wholeheartedly believe
True
that.
that.
Basing pretty much my entire life around that right now.
True that. I like that shit.
So the long-term vision, for me at least, is to have a food business, I guess you could say, but like
Yeah.
different than anyone's ever done it before.
Right.
I want to be able to grow all of our own food in warehouses, vertically farm it, and have that be processed like as soon as the plants are picked and put onto people's plates, shipped to them, so you can get whatever you want, whenever you want, pretty much, like other than how long it takes to prepare. And if you just schedule it out, then be having fresh vegan food arriving when you want it, how you want it.
That would be fancy.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's the complete end goal. Anything that I do to get there is just a step along the way. I don't have any idea how I'm gonna get there quite yet, but
Little
I really
steps,
want this
little steps,
restaurant.
you know.
Just being able to get into the delivery business and being able to like maybe provide like meal plans essentially.
Sounds
like
like-
you were just talking with HelloFresh and all of those places where you can order
Yeah,
from.
start your own.
They're so expensive, and none of them are tailored for vegans. And
Right.
half the time, you still have to cook the food when it gets to you. Like
Yeah. Right.
there's definitely a better way.
Sounds like you
And-
need a
For
food
sure.
truck. Start off in a food truck and work your way up.
Yeah, been thinking about that. I tried a food cart once for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Drug it out to random places on High Street on like Friday and Saturday nights, and then took it to Cotman Hall at OSU, and that was actually, I was having good luck there selling like banana bread and and just
Yeah.
zucchini bread. The breads were doing the best by far.
Nice.
That's cool.
It's
And
awesome.
then some dude yelled at me, kicked me out. It was like, "Who do you think you are, coming in here without licensing?" Wow.
Licensing is just an
man.
idea. It doesn't exist.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
crazy. Hey, well, I'm hoping that doing something like this, you know, getting ourselves out there will kind of make people more aware.
Sure.
You
I
know,
agree.
kind of putting ourselves out there. So I'm hoping everybody liked what we did today.
Yeah, I had fun.
I had
So
fun.
Levi,
Thank
what's
you guys
your
so much for
what's your
having me.
social
for
media?
Levi's Carr is my Instagram. Levi Carr, I guess, for Facebook. I'm really pretty bad about posting a lot, but I try.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, stay
We
tuned.
need to work on your content a little bit.
I know, man. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
You have a self-driving car. You should have all the content in the world.
Exactly.
I should.
Social
I should.
media. Put yourself out there. Get it.
All right. Before we go, I want to plug Andrew Yang, cause
For sure.
Andrew Yang 2020. He's the dude. Wicked
Yup.
smart. Gonna fight automation.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff that has been posted online about him.
Give everybody $1,000 a month. Voting for anybody else is like negative $1,000 per month in your pocket. Literally.
That's his plan. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I mean, he's a businessman. He could probably make it work.
Heck yeah. Well, Levi, I appreciate having you out today.
Thank you.
Well, I guess thanks for
It
having
was
us out.
It was a blast, actually.
And
Yeah.
Andrew Yang, if you want to come on the podcast, it's creativeminds@gmail.com.
Just plugging
Oh, wait, no, creativemindspod@gmail.com. Sorry.
There you go.
right. Heck yeah. All right, y'all. We are signing out, so we'll catch you on the next episode.
Peace
We out.
out.
Peace.